House Explained, Season 1, Episode 1. Pilot. Dr. Gregory House is a brilliant diagnostician at Princeton-Plainsboro Teaching Hospital who solves medical mysteries no one else can crack. But he's also a pill-popping, cane-wielding misanthrope who despises actually seeing patients. When his oncologist friend Wilson manipulates him into taking on a seemingly terminal case, a young kindergarten teacher who suddenly lost the ability to speak, House and his team must figure out what's killing her before she gives up on living. The catch? House's methods include breaking into homes, lying to patients, and betting lives on unconventional theories.
House introduces us to a medical genius who fundamentally doesn't want to be a doctor, not in the traditional sense. He walks with a cane from some past injury, pops Vicodin like candy, and has spent 6 years dodging clinic duty.
Why keep him employed?
Because he solves the impossible cases. His boss, Cuddy, needs his reputation for the hospital, even though he makes her life miserable.
He runs this diagnostic team. Foreman the neurologist, Chase the intensivist, Cameron the immunologist. They're brilliant, but House chose them partly because they're damaged in ways he finds useful.
Which they don't realize at first. And his best friend Wilson, an oncologist, is the only person who can manipulate House into caring.
By lying to him.
Exactly.
Rebecca Adler is teaching kindergarten when she suddenly can't speak. Only gibberish comes out. Then she starts seizing. She's been diagnosed with a brain tumor and given months to live.
But Wilson doesn't think it's a tumor?
Right. He's seen something that doesn't fit. So he tells House she's his cousin to exploit their friendship.
Complete lie. But he knows House won't take the case unless it's personal.
Meanwhile, Cuddy revokes his authorization to order tests until he does clinic duty.
Which he hasn't done in years.
6 years. So now he's stuck seeing actual patients while trying to save Rebecca remotely.
House's first theory is vasculitis, inflamed blood vessels in the brain. They start her on steroids and she improves dramatically. She's talking again, thinking maybe she'll live.
But it doesn't hold?
During the MRI, she goes into cardiac arrest. Her throat is swelling shut from anaphylactic shock.
Cameron has to perform an emergency tracheotomy right there in the MRI room. It's terrifying, but it also proves House's approach works even when he's not in the room.
What causes the reaction?
The contrast dye. But the bigger problem is they're back to square one, and Rebecca has had enough.
She refuses further treatment. She'd rather die with some dignity than keep suffering through failed attempts.
House goes to her bedside and tells her there's no such thing as dying with dignity. He describes his own medical trauma, an infarction in his thigh muscle that was misdiagnosed until it was too late.
That's why he has the cane?
Yes, and the Vicodin habit.
He's brutally honest about how ugly death actually is. The loss of control, the suffering. This harsh truth convinces Rebecca to accept one more diagnostic attempt.
Which House interprets as permission to break into her home. He sends Cameron and Foreman to search her apartment in Trenton.
Is that even legal?
Absolutely not. But they find ham in her refrigerator, which is how House realizes Wilson lied about her being his cousin.
More importantly, it's how House figures out the real diagnosis: neurocysticercosis. Tapeworm larvae from undercooked pork that migrated to her brain and formed cysts.
Chase has the key insight. Instead of doing a dangerous brain biopsy, they can X-ray her leg muscles. If there are larvae there, it proves the diagnosis without risking her brain.
And they find them?
They do! Rebecca is cured with simple anti-parasitic medication, 2 pills a day. She goes from terminal diagnosis to teaching kindergarten again.
The episode establishes this whole ecosystem around House. Wilson will lie to him. Cuddy will manipulate what little leverage she has. His team will break laws. All because when House is right, he saves lives everyone else had written off.
But we also see he chose his team specifically because they're damaged. Foreman has a criminal record. Chase got hired through connections. Cameron is driven by something painful.
Does he explain what he sees in Cameron?
He tells her she's trying to prove something through medicine, that she took the hardest path when she could have done something easier. What exactly damaged her remains unclear.
And his own leg injury is only sketched in. We know it was a misdiagnosis that left him in chronic pain, But the full story isn't told yet.
The hospital now knows House will break any rule if the diagnosis demands it. His team followed him into a felony. No one stopped them because the patient lived.